Alrighty, hey everyone, this is Garrison and it's time to check out the Jeep Compass Sport that we've been sporting around town while the Commander has been out of commission. Now a little update on that, we got a corporate customer service phone number, and after a few calls to them, they were able to expedite one of the engines down to our local dealer. The dealer has put the engine in and they were doing some road testing today, so we will have the Commander back momentarily. Thankfully, we don't have to wait until August. So we've put about 2,000 miles on this Compass in the time that we've had it. I did 1,000 miles in it with 4 other friends on the way to Charlotte to an Ariana Grande concert of all things. But it was a friend's 21st birthday. It worked out well that we could celebrate with Ariana and go out in Charlotte. So, I mean, my friend was going to drive his cruise hatch, and I said, no, let's load up in the Compass. And so we verified with the dealer that I was okay to drive the vehicle. And so this is what we hauled to Charlotte. So I have a good idea of how the car performs and what it's like to drive out on the highway. And to be honest, it's really stable for what it is. At first, it really reminded me of the Cube in terms of the seating position, how it was high but kind of narrow. But it's a lot more stable out on the highway when you're going 70, 80. But yeah, it didn't disappoint. Of course, there was some power to be desired, but that's to be expected when you're dealing with a $25,000 compact SUV. But going ahead and taking a look, the sport trim is not going to be luxurious by any means. We're lucky to even have alloys on this one. Those are an option. But as you can see, we do have the black mirrors, black door handles, black roof rails up top, no fog lights up front, and you do have that lower valance that we did scrape on a curb or two. Now coming down here to your wheels, we are riding on Continental cross contact tires, and these are going to be the optional 16-inch alloys that you can get on the sport trim. And we do have the window sticker that we'll go ahead and take a look at. Now this one is in the billet silver metallic clear coat with the black interior color with the 2.4 liter multi-air engine and a 6-speed automatic since it is front wheel drive. If it was a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive model, it would have the 9-speed. And as far as our optional equipment, we do have the sport appearance package as well as the tinted glass, the roof rails, and the 6-speed automatic for a total of $24,285. I would estimate that you're not going to pay anywhere near that at the dealer, especially with this being a leftover 18 model. This one probably didn't sell too well, and so that's why it was put into the loaner fleet, since this is a vehicle from Classic Chrysler where we are having the engine dropped in the Commander. But we'll go ahead and start it up. It's about to roll 10,000 miles. We got it with around 8,200. As you can see, 99,446. Push button start is standard, which is nice. Low washer fluid. Just got an oil change the other day. After my trip to Charlotte, we figured we should probably get the oil change since it had been on for about 1,000 miles so far. The light had been on. But coming to your steering wheel, it is going to be the 3-spoke urethane wrapped wheel. 4-way D-pad for your center screen up top. That's not a bad screen. You do have the digital speedometer up top. Hold on, let's go right there. You can scroll through all of your vehicle info, your fuel economy, your trip. As you can see, we've done about 25 mpg so far since my trip to Charlotte. MPG-wise, I mean, it's not as good as I anticipated it to be. I expected it to get close to 30. It got closer to the 25 range, which, I mean, isn't too bad. EPA estimates are 22 city, 31 highway, and 25 combined. So with 5 people and their stuff, 25 is hard to complain about. Dual panel materials are nice and soft. Padded stitched armrest with your power windows, front to automatic. But there's no like, you know how on an automatic window there's usually like 2 clicks to go automatic? There's no clicks, so you think when you're letting go it's not going to be automatic, but it does. That's a little quibble that I have. Door storage, headlights, they are not automatic, and you have your audio controls on the back of the wheel with your cruise over here. Now, one thing that's absolutely so atrocious is going to be the start-stop system. You do have to deactivate it every time you start the car. The power outlets turn off, the AC turns off, obviously, and the phone charger and USBs and stuff stops. And so every time the start-stop would activate, my radar detector would do its turn-on cycle. It would tell me I had low washer fluid. It was just as if you had just started the car, which I didn't understand. In the BMW, it's much smoother in terms of everything works but the engine and the AC. And this vehicle, it doesn't turn on to keep the cabin cooled. It's not as refined, which I mean, that's to be expected. Just your base head unit right here that is touchscreen. Basically all of the AM, FM, no XM. You do have your Bluetooth streaming audio and your USB ports down here. And you do have your Bluetooth phone, compass, as well as your outside temperature. Down here, 12-volt outlet, single zone manual climate. There's that 6-speed automatic. Now, when I was going about 80 on the freeway, there was a weird quibble with the transmission where it would like to stay in the 5th gear instead of the 6th gear. So it would rev around $3,000 instead of 2,500-ish. So I would have to manually put it over in sport or manual shift mode and shift up to 6 and put it over in drive for it to stay in 6th gear. I don't know what was causing that, but I mean, it cruised fine in 6th gear, so I don't know why it was choosing to stay in 5th. Reverse does give you your tiny backup camera right there, and glove box is nice and big. Up top, dome lights, no sunroof, of course, and mirror, but these look like vanity lights, but they do not turn on. We'll go ahead and check out the rear seat. Now, there is plenty of room in the vehicle. We didn't feel claustrophobic or anything like that. This is definitely much more room than the Cruise hatch would have been. You do have rear seat vents and the USB outlet, which was a fan favorite of the rear seat passengers. As you can see, the padded stitched armrest follows through, as well as your door storage, even down to the little Jeep logos that are in there. And then coming around back, of course, you do have the all-weather mats in this vehicle. Rear seats do fold down 60-40 to expand room a little more. And then you did have storage underneath the cargo floor, which did help out a lot. But no spare tire on this vehicle. I assume that is optional though. But I'll go ahead and insert pictures. We had this thing loaded up, and so I threw my stuff underneath the floor, and then we put everyone else's on top. But as far as it goes, this was a great car to have as a loaner. I don't know if it's anything I would purchase. My mom said that they would have to chase her down and tackle her to give her one of these. So I guess she's not the biggest fan, but it is cute nonetheless. Now, if you guys have any questions or comments about the Compass, feel free to leave them down below. I feel like I do have a great understanding of how this thing works inside and out. Otherwise, we will be doing a big Commander updates once we have that back, and I do have a large update on this bad boy. She's going in the shop on Monday, so I will have a loaner for that. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like. Otherwise, I will see you in my next one. Thank you guys for watching.